gas station bathrooms, not always most reliable. So adult diaper is always the best because it's like, even though it's a mess, it's like your own mess.
So you use Depends or Independence?
Independence.
Okay, Independence?
Yeah,
yeah. You keep your independence.
Yeah.
That's good.
Come on. There it is. Hey, it's recording and we're fading in. And here we are. What?
Is it recording?
It's recording.
Are you sure?
It's definitely recording.
From over here, it doesn't look how it used to look when it was looking.
It's because it's daytime right now. The lighting's all fucked up in here.
Okay. All
right, so it's recording. Hey, welcome to the What's Your Nest podcast. I'm Spenny, joined by my co-host, as usual, Alexander the Great. Be sure to like and subscribe and follow us and share and do whatever you want to see more of this great content. And we are joined by a guest today who now holds the What's Your Nest record for most official guest appearances. Georgia, welcome back to the program.
Hello.
And really, at this point, Georgia is like our female co-host. Whenever me and Spinny want to not be degenerate, it's like Georgia has to be here. Like, she's a part of the show now.
Yeah. She helps us clean up our act.
Yes.
Yeah, and so sorry, Sebastian. Sebastian's never been an official guest, though. He just kind of strolls in.
And says shit and then leaves.
Yeah, but he actually stayed for a while on the drunk one. He stayed for the whole
because we were oh, well, yeah, he was a part of that.
Yeah.
Like, we went and watched it.
The only one he strolled in and left was the randomness one.
And could you blame him?
But he was still never like an official guest.
Yeah, randomness. Could you blame him? He like walked into that and was like,
it's like, what the fuck?
Like, did I do acid?
Yeah. So Georgia, what's our nest today?
Wow, I'm so honored that you would ask.
Yeah.
Well, our nest today is HealthiNESS. And it is sponsored by Ness Culture. And Alexander the Great was kind enough to bring me a sweatshirt today, which he said he would never do.
Let's go.
I mean, technically it was for Spenny, but then he gave Spenny too. So
yeah. And I didn't do that on purpose. Yeah.
I'm a socialist with my sweaters.
Yeah, but I think there was some thoughtfulness behind it. So no, we're not doing thoughtfulness. We're doing HealthiNESS.
HealthiNESS.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to pull up a definition here and see what healthiness really means for all you people out there who don't know what healthiness is. Healthiness, according to Google's AI overview, refers to the state of being physically, mentally, and socially well. It encompasses a holistic approach to well-being, encompassing factors such as physical health, mental health, and social health. It's a dynamic concept that varies depending on individual circumstances and lifestyle choices. It is an ongoing process of maintaining and improving one's overall well-being. Wow.
That's kind of a lot, man. I don't know anybody healthy then.
Yeah.
Healthiness seems a little strong. Like,
seems like a bit much.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted just reading that.
Yeah, golly. Like all three?
Yeah.
Let's go for 1.5.
Yeah, the social health one seems like a little bit of a curveball.
Yeah.
Mental health is the curveball for me.
You think so? I mean, how do you know if you're socially healthy? Like, is there like a certain number of friends you should have, or like a certain number of times you should go out?
It's how many likes you get on social media.
Exactly. Or is it that?
That's unhealthy.
Exactly.
No, that's hella healthy. Because now you're getting all of the dopamine you need from people you don't know and don't care about you.
Yeah.
So you're socially healthy with that, right?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, thank you all you people out there liking. I've seen all those likes. People are liking these clips. Hey, well, subscribe to the YouTube because we're going to be doing contests and giveaways at some point.
Oh, yeah,
and you're going to feel really healthy about that.
Yeah. We're definitely going to do that. Like I said, just being a dad with a daughter in college is like got me a little rocked, but now I'm like making my last payment for this year.
Yep.
So I want to.
We still got time. 1,000 subs, we're going to be doing a giveaway.
Yeah.
1,000 subs. You will give you instructions on how to enter. Once we have 1,000 subs, that's when we'll start doing giveaways. How about that? How's that for motivation?
Yeah. Get it up there.
If you're the 1,000th sub.
No, because we can't like tell who that is. It's like kind of anonymized. So
yeah, it just comes in.
If you're the 1,000th sub, then send an email or something.
Oh yeah,
send us an email. Email us.
Yeah, at hotmail.com.
Send us a letter.
AOL.com.
Yeah.
By horse.
Yeah. Send a raven.
Light the lantern. If you're the 1,000th subscriber, light the lantern and we will come to you.
So Georgia,
Yes.
what does healthiness mean to you?
Well, healthiness means to me, for me personally, I would say having routine and sticking to whatever routines, make me feel good. That to me is how I would describe healthiness.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe that's kind of
It's
a
like
boring
every day,
answer,
8 a.m., shoot up heroin.
I mean, no, not
Okay.
exactly in this particular case.
Okay.
But you could be socially healthy if you did that, because I
If
feel
you got a
like
bunch
those
of
people
dope
always
friends,
have friends.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, eating breakfast every day, like that's a healthy thing to do, or going for a walk every day. There are things for me that I like to do every day that help make me feel healthy. And I think when I'm feeling unhealthy, I'm not getting to those things as often as I normally might. So for me, healthiness means routine.
Cool.
Yeah, being
Alex?
consistent.
What does healthiness mean to you?
Healthiness is stability. To me, I think healthiness is stability, and like something like as simple as I maintain my weight. Like for so many years, I've been between like 190 and 200, and like I've purposely done that. I've doing intermittent fasting. Doing a little weightlifting and stuff just to keep my strength together, and just being mindful of what I eat and drink. Like me personally, like everybody knows, I'm always have water. I feel like water is like essential to your life.
Not just any water, artisanal, artisan water, never touched by man.
Yes. pH above 7, alkaline Fiji water.
Alkaline Fiji water.
Yeah. I drink this stuff every day. I drink it all the time, and I think everybody should drink water. I feel like not enough people drink water, and that's why not having some Fiji water or whatever your spring water is in your life can also throw you off a little bit. Drink too many sodas, even those sugary coffees.
Yeah.
So everybody knows I drink water, and I feel like that's part of my healthiness is always having water to drink.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Stay
Fiji
hydrated.
water to drink.
Stay hydrated.
Specifically, stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Wow.
For me, kind of similar to what you both said, but like a balance. For me, it's like almost like what the definition said, although not so much the social thing, but I mean, I guess that's part of it. But healthiness for me is like overall, like physically am I healthy, emotionally am I healthy, spiritually am I healthy, financially am I healthy? Like is all, are all my boxes checked to a degree that I can wake up and go through the day not feeling like shit is important. Oh, my back's starting to hurt. Okay, I should start working out more and
stretching.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
So,
I got a chiropractic appointment tomorrow. Because
good for you.
Yeah, my upper back's been tight lately, and I did it years ago, and like because at one point I was 33, and I couldn't stand up and cook a whole meal. Like I would be cooking, and I had to sit down for a little bit, let it do its thing, and then I can get back up. And I was like, this can't be right.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what really to do, so I went and got a bunch of massages. I went and got a good massage, like a head to toe massage, and then I went and seen a chiropractor, and I got probably like an adjustment a week for like 3 months.
Nice.
And after that, I was good, and I've been good for years, but now I'm starting to feel a little tight, so I feel like I need to go back to getting get some adjustments just to fix my posture. A lot of stuff that we're doing sitting down, looking down, so like now your body is like curving to this position because you're in your phone sitting down.
Yeah.
And sometimes you gotta
Gotta remind yourself to
sit up.
straighten your back and
But then it's like it's kind of weird with the screens because it's like when you sit up like that and then there's a screen in front of you, the screen kind of makes you want to lean forward because you want to like see what you're doing.
What I do is like get on all fours and kind of arch my back while I'm looking at my screen.
Can you show the viewers exactly what you're referring to?
Yeah, like okay, so I got my screen here, right?
Yeah.
So instead of like hunching over like this, I'm on my bed and I'm laying down and I just arch my back.
Bro, don't do that in this direction.
Yeah,
That
feeling a little
sounds like
gassy.
that one time in Reno.
Hey, we weren't talking about that on the record. Let's not.
Can I just make a little point here as
go
I'm
for it.
listening to all of us say, what we're saying about what healthiness means to us? It seems like there's a fair bit of awareness.
Oh,
Call back to a previous episode. If you didn't watch that one, go back and watch awareness. That was a really good one. But it seems like, I'm hearing Spencer say like, oh, if my back starts hurting a little bit, I need to stretch some more. Like kind of like, and the same thing for you, Alex. It's like listening to the signs that, our body might be giving us and then coming up with some kind of, consistent protocol or putting awareness on ourselves to get back to healthiness.
And I agree. I feel like that's one thing that a lot of people don't do is, like you said, they don't listen to their bodies. It's like sometimes things go wrong and it's just like, oh, it's wrong. It's like, no, you can do something about it.
Absolutely.
But then it's like also there's not just the world we live in, the internet. You type in a website, it pops up, and I think people want those type of microwave answers to their problem. It's like, no. If your back hurts, it's like stretch. But you can't stretch one time and be like, oh, it didn't work. It's like, no, you need to wake up every day and do these stretches.
Yeah, people like that drive me insane.
For do it for at least a month or something. Like you got to give it some time. Like it took you a long time to get to this point where your back is hurting so much that it's bothering you.
Yeah.
It's years of you not doing the right thing.
Absolutely.
You can't give yourself a month of doing it the right way to see where the results are.
Yeah, and that's where the consistency piece comes in. Building in those habits.
Yeah. So how do you balance physical, mental, and emotional health?
Me?
Either one of you.
Okay.
Whoever, jump in. Someone.
Again with
I do it.
Go ahead. You go.
Oh shit.
I'll follow up on you. Did your water get you?
No, the fucking couch. This couch it has a ghost
haunted.
in it. Yes.
It is.
No, I was playing ghost.
So balancing all different types of health. Yeah. Again, for me, I really come back to routine, and then I think blending in that awareness piece, which is like, oh, this one feels a little bit off. Okay, I gotta put a little bit more focus on this. But yeah, I mean, sometimes I don't balance them all. I do my best to keep them balanced, and I think that's just by being consistent. And then sometimes they fall out of balance, and I guess that's the fun of life. You're always catching up. Something's always a little off.
Yeah. I'm saying it's always it's a light touch to it all, because I feel like a lot of people, just because of historical data and topics and things, people always try to talk about equality, and me personally, I don't really believe in equality. What I personally believe in is equilibrium. And there needs to be a balance, because in equality, everybody does everything and it's all the same. But there's literally certain people that are just better suited for certain things. And that's why I like equilibrium, because the people who are better suited for that thing, I think they should do it. I don't think we should have somebody that's not suited for something. We shouldn't have the short people trying to grab things off of trees. We should have the tall people.
Totally.
But in equality, it's like, oh, let the little person try.
What if the short guy's hella good at climbing and can jump hella high? He's like a jumping spider.
But we can have him
self-identify.
Yeah. that could work too if he self-identifies.
Tell somebody.
The little big man like Gary Payton II. Shout out to the Warriors.
Yeah.
But
Warriors.
Yeah. But speaking to the balance, I like to have that equilibrium. And like Georgia said, sometimes, things are always going to be a little out of whack. And it's on you to kind of keep it in check. And, I feel like that's a thing that people need to kind of apply to their personal relationships, whether it be business or, intimate relationships. Is like understanding that balance. Like things are never going to just be perfect. You're not going to meet somebody and they're perfect for you and nothing ever goes wrong. It's like there's always going to be something. There's going to be some adversity, and you have to learn how to like balance all of that. And that feeds into your healthiness. Is if you're physically healthy, then you can be mentally healthy, and you work on that by learning new things and doing new things. But then also there's a level of emotional intelligence you need to exude. And that's it's a lot easier to be emotionally intelligent when your physical and mental health is together. And I feel like so many people don't care about their physical health, act like they care about their mental health, and then complain about their emotional health.
Yeah.
So
100% on Crip blood. What are some common misconceptions about being healthy? Yeah, sorry, I'm biting over here.
That's for the podcast, though. Yeah.
But what are some common misconceptions about being healthy?
Okay, so this is one thing I find funny.
Okay.
that technically, literally, deep fried French fries are vegan. Does that make them healthy? No.
Okay.
It doesn't make them healthy. So I feel like the vegan thing has a little too much onus on the healthiness part of it.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's a lot of vegan stuff you can eat that's not per se healthy for you.
I mean, you can be very healthy and be vegan.
Yes,
You can. Yeah. You can be very healthy and eat meat. Like,
true.
Like, so it's like, but I feel like people think that vegan is just better, but it's like there's so many vegan things and like me personally, I'm just not with the lab grown meat.
Yeah.
I don't.
Those Beyond Burgers are pretty good though.
Oh, I've had both of them. I've had Impossible, Beyond. I've had them.
Those are yummy.
But I just don't. I don't trust it. I don't believe in it. It's like, oh yeah, we shouldn't kill the animals, and I was like, okay, cool. You know, that's how you feel about it. But then it's like, yeah, I don't want any burgers. What? You said a scientist made a burger? Well, let me try that. Let me try the mush burger with the GMO yeast and stuff. Yeah, that's healthy for sure.
I do. Sorry.
Go on. You go ahead.
I do understand what you're saying, though. I mean, I don't want to like upset, because I think vegans. I have a lot of friends who are vegan and they take it very seriously. And
I said
you
Sparrow
guys
is a
should
vegan.
actually have a vegan-ness. That would be cool. But I will say, like, I've been, off dairy for a couple of months now, and I was in the grocery store the other day, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll get some, like, vegan cheese or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was, like, looking at the back of the package, and it's just full of carbohydrates and sugar, which is incredibly unhealthy for you. So you might as well just get ice cream or something, to that effect.
Yeah, just a small scoop of it.
Yeah, it's just filled with junk.
Yeah.
So like that replacement, I think that's a misconception about being healthy, is that like, oh, if I just don't eat meat and I eat all this replacement meat, like you're saying, or replacement cheese or sour cream or whatever, it's really going in the opposite direction. You might as well just eat the whole thing.
And like I said, I'm an avid label reader.
Yeah.
So like I said, that's all I'm saying. It's like, oh, this is vegan. It's like, so it's healthy. It's like, no. It's vegan, so it doesn't have, animal products in it.
Yeah.
That's why it's vegan, But it doesn't just by default make it healthy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Funny side note.
Oh, yeah?
My brother loves buying oysters, like in the shell, grills them until they pop. He makes a butter sauce with them, and then lately he's been putting cheese and crab meat on them. So he made these new ones where he put this like Parmesan cheese and crab meat on it,
so
and he made it and ate it.
Where's your brother?
Hold on. He made it, ate it, and was talking about how amazing it was. And I came down, just bothering him because I don't eat oysters, so I'm just bothering him just to fuck with him because he was at the house doing it. And I was like, bro, why does this shit say cashew?
Oh.
He ended up accidentally buying vegan Parmesan cheese.
Oh, how funny.
And he said it was delicious.
That cashew cheese is actually quite good.
Yeah, see, I've never had it, but he had that. He, like I said, he made the thing where he popped the oysters on the grill, and then he put crab meat, some canned crab meat on top with the cheese, and then he put it back on the grill to melt it and all with the butter, and and it was just funny that he was like, oh man, it was hella good. And it took me, like I said, because I read labels, to come down and be like, that's not real cheese. like really? He's like, oh, real? He's like, hey, it tastes fine to me. I was like, yeah. He's like, it's pretty good.
I've actually had a pasta sauce that was made with cashews. And I think I've also had a broccoli soup that was made with cashews. It was
broccoli cheese soup.
Really good.
Oh.
So my grandma's like a hardcore vegan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she
Why has this never come up on the show?
So listen,
Bro, he be harvesting secrets from me, and I don't like it.
Like, actually, I'm vegan too.
I'm not, but I do like. But she's like for the whole life been like a really good cook, like as long as I've known her, since I've been born. And
I thought you knew her before that.
No, but she's in like the last like 5-10 years went full vegan, and so but my grandpa will not have any of it. He's just like, this vegan bullshit. He loves his meat and all that. Yeah. And so she'll like make stuff for him and make stuff for her, and then she'll like sneak vegan stuff into his dishes, but he like doesn't want to eat anything that's vegan. Yeah. But he'll like eat something and be like, oh, this is good. What is it? And then she'll tell him that it was like, oh, that was made with cashew milk, and then he'll be like, Oh, I knew there was something off about this. That's hella funny.
That's me eating vegan shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, this is delicious. What? Oh man, yeah, it did have like tang to it. Like,
it's a little chalky, if you
I
ask
do.
me.
I taste it now. Yeah, it's kind of messed up, bro. Yeah. Oh.
So, how has your perspective on health changed over time?
I don't eat McDonald's as often.
As often as the keyword there.
Like two times a year, maybe 3 if I get drunk
that's
enough.
way less than me.
Oh yeah, like 2 times, but I get like damn near the same thing every time I go.
Yeah.
I just get like a 20-piece nugget and a large fry. Like I need the fries, and it's like, why not give me the ammonia dipped nuggets? Like
It's
shoot
so
it.
nostalgic.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. So it's like yeah, run it, and then like every like once a year I might get like the double cheeseburgers. Because when I used to eat McDonald's, I used to get the quarter pounder with cheese. Like that was like my go to, but. I don't know. It's too much McDonald's in that sandwich for me.
Yeah.
So now if I want to get that level of McDonald's, I'll get the like 2. You know how they sell the 2 cheeseburgers, the little small ones.
Yeah,
like
I'll get
that.
that. You know,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
maybe once a year to get the McDonald's. You know, beef. You know,
I mean, those patties are just like disappearing. Like they don't even, you know.
yeah, they are smaller.
They're
yeah.
just like, it's like a
Shrinkflation.
Yeah,
Shrinkflation. Yeah,
shrinkflation.
shrinkflation. Yeah.
Yeah.
It even happens at your fast food joints.
Yeah.
But also, it's like I used to eat a lot of Jack in the Box, so like Jack in the Box is like a better go-to. But they just, like you said, it doesn't have that nostalgia the way that McDonald's does. It's like a McDonald's nugget. You know, you remember getting those Happy Meals and the toys.
Yeah.
And,
I think they've been brainwashing us while we've been eating it. I think that's the reason why.
oh, most definitely.
The
And then,
play
like,
place and the toys.
Ronald McDonald, like the scary, whatever.
and then the chemical warfare that's involved in how they cook it. Because, like, people, it's like they're making fries. A fry is a potato.
Yeah.
And they're doing like a shoestring cut.
Yeah.
Like, everybody knows how to do a shoestring cut. You know what makes McDonald's fries different?
What?
Is the oil that they cook it in. They cook it in a fucking, like, chemical, some type, but it's like, it has like beef tallow. It's like it's a
Exactly.
concoction of oil to make it have that flavor, and then the amount of salt they put on it is like their bread and butter for their fry.
So good.
And it's like that's what really it is that combination of chemicals and research of what makes somebody brain trigger.
Crack.
Yeah, and they have crack oil at fucking McDonald's, and that's
Yeah.
what they dip the damn fries in.
Just
And that's
a
why it
little
tastes like that.
sprinkling. Yeah.
You want to know something healthy, unhealthy, but like I feel like it's still healthier that I found out by looking at this like chef scientist, and he was talking about some shit, and then I did it, and it was so cool. It was like that's how I'm gonna make it from now on, even though it's adding grease. But I'm an avid air fryer user. Love my air fryer, right? So, you know, some of the easiest things you can make in an air fryer is something like French fries.
Right.
So I've made so many French fries in the air fryer, right? But if when you're done cooking them in the air fryer, if you put them in a bowl, put a smidget of vegetable oil and toss it, it basically tastes like you deep fried the freaking fries.
Interesting.
And just crack a little salt but because it's also hot and so it soaks up that oil.
I like
And it
that.
just tastes like a deep fried French fry, and you just put a little squeeze.
So these are ones that you're taking like out of the freezer, putting them in the air fryer.
Yep, and then you
And
put them
then
in a
you put
bowl,
that-
and then you just hit it with a little vegetable oil, and then toss it, and then crack your salt on it or whatever seasoning you want to put on it. And I'm telling you, fire.
We got to try that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
freaking fire, bro. Like the next thing I'm gonna do is make garlic fries with it, and have like some melted down butter and garlic and stuff,
that sounds
and then
so
pull them
good.
straight out and then just toss it.
That like
Yeah, and then Parmesan over it.
Whoa.
toss the fries.
Yeah, you gotta toss the fries.
Yep.
No, that's
Smitty
where-
tosses the fries.
That's where the
I
garlic
toss
comes
the fries, the
from.
salads, whatever you need.
Next question.
Next question. How do genetics and lifestyle choices interact when it comes to health? Oh, that's interesting.
I ain't no motherfucking doctor.
Yeah, I don't know about this shit. I feel like we
Next
should have a
question.
doctor. Okay, next question.
Okay, well, I have one thing to say about that one.
Okay, say it.
And I'll speak to my people specifically. One thing that I preached for a long time, and we're having this healthiness episode, so I might as well say it here also, is that in my community, I feel like a lot of people think high blood pressure and diabetes is hereditary. And I am under the full understanding, and my belief is that it's not hereditary, it's dietary. And I think you learn how to eat from your parents, and they had these problems, and then you eat like your parents, and then you have those problems. But if you stop eating and doing things the way that your parents were doing, adjust your diet, adjust your, activity, that you don't have the same issues that your parents have. Specifically with like I said, something that's rampant in my community is high blood pressure and diabetes. It's like just adjusting. And it's not like I said, I'm not telling you to never eat it again. Just adjust how you approach it and be mindful that, sometimes some of the things you're eating aren't great for you. So you shouldn't eat them all the time. It's just like alcohol or cocaine, like.
Whoa, come on.
Yeah, I'm saying you just, only sometimes,
So it sounds like people need to break the cycle.
Yes, I concur.
Yeah,
completely.
Yeah.
Spinny, what the photos say?
What are some underrated foods that promote good health?
Oh, beans.
The musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot.
I'm just saying, I provide some pretty underrated food that promotes good health. But I personally only offer it to the female gender.
Well, you might want to
cisgender females.
Expand your outreach.
No.
Yeah, come on. It's 2025, bro. Expand your fucking outreach.
Your fan base.
No, we're a very niche company. Okay, we're a very niche company, and we appeal to our clientele.
But it sounds like he's taking appointments, ladies.
Yeah,
Taking appointments.
just like our Chindo friend.
We've been throwing a free breast exam.
Actually, I call them oral mammograms.
Yeah. Oh. Next question.
Speaking of getting lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
Foods. So you're saying beans underrated? Beans
are an underrated food. I mean, I think that one thing that most people don't know, like everybody's all focused on get your fiber, and they think like, oh, you have to eat a lot of salad to get your fiber, but there's actually two different types of fiber. One is an insoluble fiber, found in. Wait, did I just mess them up? So there's soluble fiber and insoluble fiber.
You're the expert here.
I know. Okay. So the am I going to mess this up?
No. I'm saying we can Google it if we need to.
So insoluble fiber is the type that's found in fruits and vegetables, right? That's the roughage, the part that can't be broken down. Soluble fiber is what is found in beans and other foods like oatmeal and stuff like that, but it doesn't dissolve. It's a fat binding molecule.
Okay, so you said which one is in the food?
Soluble fiber is the one that soluble fiber is the one that's in beans. Insoluble fiber is the one that's in fruits and vegetables. And I think it's really interesting because people don't really know that there's a difference between the two.
I found out, isn't there like fiber in like strawberries?
There is. Yeah, there's fiber in most fruits and vegetables. But beans are really helpful because they can lower your cholesterol, they can help with your blood sugar, they can help with your heart health.
Yeah. And like, I don't know if you guys know this, but this doctor I've been following since I was a kid, and he let me know things about beans too. Like,
you did?
Yeah. So like, if you guys didn't know, beans, they're good for your heart.
The more you eat,
the more you fart. So like, you got to get that heart health going.
And gut health.
Yeah. We're all eating too much meat for the most part, and that's the leading cause of heart disease. So get some beans and fart.
But there's so much more to that too. Like we're just eating too much meat. I think we're eating fatty meats. Like I think if you're eating chicken or liver, I mean nobody eats liver, but I'm just saying.
Well, that might chop liver.
Yeah, if you're eating ground beef.
My mom snuck it in on me one time, and that was the last time I had it.
Oh God. Yeah, I mean, fatty meats, like if you're eating salami and pastrami and, all
Oh,
that
you talking
kind of
about
stuff.
processed meats though? Also,
Yeah, but those are really fatty meats. I mean, if it's got white pieces on it, like a nice big steak, it's got
Whoa.
a whole bunch.
Hold on.
So hard to get the information to the people on this show.
That's what she said.
Okay, but fatty meats with too many whites.
See, we know how to bring it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, fatty meats.
Fatty meats.
With too many whites.
Yeah,
many
too many
whites.
whites. Yeah,
Yeah.
you want to cut the white part out. And,
Okay.
maybe have it once a week or something like that. But saturated fat is not your friend.
I don't understand how fat gets saturated. Like, what is the difference from fat and fat saturated?
Right. So there's two types of fats. One is unsaturated fat, and one is a saturated fat. And the difference is in their chemical structure. So an unsaturated fat has an open space in its chemical bonding. Basically, I think it's missing a carbon. So when it goes into your body, it's really easy for it to pick up another carbon and be digested easily. Saturated fat is a really solid chemical structure, so it takes more energy for your body
burn
to
it.
break it down. So it's actually eating a lot of saturated fat causes free radical damage in your body, which is basically because you have to free up an electron inside your body. So you have to take an atom, basically, or an electron from some other part of your body to actually break down that saturated fat, which is kind of a violent chemical reaction.
Is that why I'm so electronifying?
That's why. Well,
so
you don't even have any
electrifying?
wrinkles. I mean, you're probably doing just fine.
I
but
still have my hair, and everybody
Yeah.
keeps bringing that up.
you do, but that's also a genetic thing.
No, my father's bald as shit, and
But
so is
it's-
my brother.
It skips a generation.
I don't know. I think I'm just amazing.
You're special, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Special.
Yeah, they tell me that at school, too.
Yeah, I bet. All your tests were really
Yellow bus
easy,
riding.
huh?
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Anyways, that
Yeah,
was
I
a
was
little
so
science.
smart. That's why.
Yeah, it was a little science nerd offshoot, but yeah.
Ooh. Fresh produce. Ness culture sucks. So there were some other things you wanted to talk about, Georgia. You had adrenaline on the list.
Yeah, I mean, and that kind of like goes into the saturated fat conversation. Like anytime you drink alcohol or eat a saturated fat, your body actually has to make adrenaline to break that down. And alcohol also turns into a saturated fat when you drink it.
Oh, I believe that.
And then going back to the adrenaline part, that's why some people get really hyphy when they drink alcohol. Like, how
Like
do you
me.
feel when you, yeah, I know that Spencer does. When you drink alcohol, do you get kind of like
No,
excited?
I think it's genetic with
Yeah,
me.
okay.
I feel like everybody in my family can drink.
Yeah.
Like drink. Like to the point where I was just talking to a friend. We had all went to New York, right? We went to New York for my cousin's birthday, and this is the first time me and her had went out of town. And she started drinking with me and my cousin.
Yeah.
And like she was pre-gaming with my cousin. She ends up throwing up. The girl that I brought ends up throwing up at the club, and then just like we got her back to the house, and she's like passed out. And me and my cousin is just like still drinking. We're like we like left the club, came back to the apartment. I got her, laid out on the bed, and me and her are still drinking and chilling because, like I said, I don't know. I don't know if it's genetics or if it's just training, but we process alcohol different in my family.
But you get like amped up
Yeah,
kind of
you
when
get
you drink.
excited. when
No.
you drink. No? You
I
just
think
feel
you
like-
do.
No, I don't, because so many people see me amped up and be like, "Oh, you're drunk." I'm like, "Oh, actually, today
Yeah.
I haven't drinking anything."
Well, that's
and then,
a good thing.
And then I'll be like plastered, and people won't know. Like I'll be like plastered, and like because also I'm like really articulate, so I like pride myself on it. So
Yeah.
even when I'm drunk, I probably sound pretty together.
Yeah.
Until it's like towards the end where it's like, "Oh, I need to go lay down."
I mean, I have the same thing. People, nobody would notice that I'm drunk unless I say it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I frequently like to say it. I'm fucked up.
Opus, please clip that.
Yeah, that's a clip.
I like to say it all the time. Oh, that was fucking hilarious to me, bro. I don't know why.
Anyways, going back to adrenaline, I mean,
Yeah,
adrenaline
adrenaline.
is kind of one of those core, it's actually a hormone, core hormones that, it's really important to your body's function, but it can also be super get super worn down. So if like you drink a lot of coffee or smoke a lot of cigarettes or eat a lot of saturated fat or tap your leg or chew gum or
so you don't want to make a hormone too much.
No.
Okay.
Just the appropriate amount.
Yeah, I used to, like I said, when I was younger, like it was super popular. Winter Fresh was super popular. Like the Hot Boys was like a big thing, and they used to have foil on it. So we used to not only chew the gum all the time, we used to take the foils and put them on our teeth, so we would have like gold or platinum
teeth. Oh hell yeah, we would do that too in Albany.
Yeah. So it's like I used to chew a lot of gum, and then it like came out that like chewing gum is bad for you because it's the beginning of your digestive process and your body's getting ready for food to come down, and then nothing ever comes down.
Totally.
So, you know, it's like subtle little things like that. But then also I was just reading a study that I've heard of a long time ago, but this I'm gonna just give you the fast version.
Yeah.
They were doing testing on rabbits. So they're giving these rabbits these like super fatty foods, like just foods that aren't good for them, right? And they noticed that one group of the rabbits were like getting fatter and getting unhealthy, and then the other group was like super healthy for some reason. And they were like why? Like you know, is it genetics? Like what's going on? Come to find out that one of the people they had feeding the rabbits was petting and telling the rabbits that he loved it while he was feeding them. And those groups of rabbits that he fed were healthier than the ones, and they were getting the exact same food.
Wow.
Crazy.
So it's crazy how much just like because one of my things is like anybody that dates me or that's around me, I am a stickler for not standing up and eating. Like if we're going to eat, we're going to sit down, pray and enjoy this meal. Don't stand up and be walking around because like I said, just in my limited knowledge, it's not good for your digestive process. Your food is you're bringing energy into your body. You need your body to relax so it can process that.
It is good to walk after meals, though.
No,
right?
after.
Yeah.
No, like I said, but while you're eating, I don't like that. I don't like that moving around. Like no, sit down, calm yourself. The meal is made. We're good. We're happy. How's your day? What's going on? You know, let's smile. Let's bring some good energy because we're getting a good meal. Either we made it or we ordered it and we really wanted it. You know, either way, this needs to be a happy moment. You shouldn't be trying to do this and get up and get your water, get the napkins, get everything we need. We're going to sit down and eat.
That's lovely.
And like I said, that's how I consume 99% of my meals. I sit down. Because like also like I have a food prayer. It's probably one of the only prayers I do, but the food prayer, and I say, please let this be nourishing to my body. Amen. That's it. And I want that to be the last thing that my cells hear before I put food in my mouth. You know, put food in my body. I want them to know that that's what we're doing this for. We want this to be nourishing. I don't care if I just cooked it or I bought it. If grandma cooked it, I don't care. Please let this be nourishing.
Yeah, that's what I do. Like, even if I'm eating drive through McDonald's on the road, right before I take that first bite of a fucking Big Mac, you know, I'm not moving, I'm driving, but I'll be like, thank you. Like, I'm grateful that this food is here. May it nourish me well.
Yeah.
And I'll just mumble it, and I think it's good for, I've heard other people say it.
Yeah, and me personally, like I said, I make sure that I say it audibly.
Yeah.
I don't want to think it. I want it to put it out into the universe, you know, so that it knows.
Make it a vibration.
Yeah. I want it to hear this shit, you know. So and it's partly, you know, like I said, I think I was doing it before, but I feel like that study like really got me on it. Like I need to do this every time because regardless of what it is, if I'm consuming it with the right thought process, even if it's bad for me, it'll be better than it was. If I'm just, I need to eat and I gotta go do this next, and it's like, no, relax.
I like that.
You know, relax. You know, and consume your meal.
I think I'm gonna incorporate that. I don't do that, and I tend to be always kind of rushing and feeling like I'm checking the boxes by just eating. But I like that a lot, and that reminds me of I don't remember the name of the guy who did this, but the water experiments.
Yeah. I bring
you know what I'm talking about?
I bring that experiment up to people at least like once or twice a week.
Yeah.
If words can do this to water, just imagine what they can do to us. That's from that movie, What the Bleep Do We Know? They talk about the water thing in the movie.
Name? Do you remember?
Oh, I don't remember the guy's name. I just tell people about the study about how
Japanese.
He had the kids yell the stuff at him and they looked at it under. I tell people about that all the time, like because I was like, once I like get my own real space, like you know how we have bottled waters and stuff like that. I was like, I want to put them in a room where classical music is always playing, you know. and then classical music, tuned properly to 432 hertz.
You know what?
Not 440 hertz.
Someone should come up with a refrigerator that plays classical music like quietly while your food is in there.
Yeah, because all of it has water in it. You know, and that's, like I said, also that's part of the prayer thing. It's like it's like all of those two separate studies, but they all go into when you consume your food, having that positive energy on it. It's like when your parents and your grandmother cooks for you, that food is actually healthier because of all the love and attention she puts into it, and how happy she is that she made it, and how happy you are that you didn't have to cook it and grandma gave it to you. Like that makes it consume, like your body does different things with it because of that. And so like I feel like that's like integral to life is
absolutely,
having like you said, even if it's a Big Mac on the run, I'm gonna acknowledge it. That goes back to like some of the things that we saw about like natives. It's like they used to hunt the animals, but they would honor the animal by using every part of the animal.
Absolutely.
And I think that all is real. Like it's real. And even though it's processed and came through this and came through that, still honor the fact that something had to happen for you to have this.
Yeah, something people were working for minimum wage making this shit.
Yeah.
Cows are fucking stuffed through a fucking factory farm and slaughtered.
It's so horrible.
And it's just like, thank you all for all the suffering that's gone into this.
Yeah.
May it nourish me well.
Like I'm
eat well, live long.
Yeah, I'm eating this energy. Like all this effort has been put into this.
Yeah. But some other things. Well, you were talking about healthy habits, personal hygiene, some things you wanted to touch on. That was just from notes. Mental health.
Yeah, I was
Smiles
gonna
and
even
hugs.
say what we're. I did say that to you, didn't I?
Yeah.
I just kind of threw that one out there. We talked about that.
No, the smiles and hugs is why I said what I was saying. That's why I brought it up.
I felt like maybe that was even a nice transition into like mental health, because it's not only how you're talking about your food to your food, right? Or how you're preparing your food, but it's like how you're talking to yourself, and the people who are around you. Like what kind of positive energy are you?
Shit, he hears it.
Are you putting out?
Malcolm might be at the door or something. She needs to come back into the window.
I think the window's open.
Oh, okay.
But I mean that's just so beautiful, like putting that intention on something that you're eating, but also putting that intention on yourself. It's kind of like what we were talking about in the beginning. When something kind of starts to ache, then you put that, positive intention on yourself.
I always am drinking happiness.
Yeah.
I have my happiness.
You gotta swallow that happiness.
Yeah. Oh, God.
You know what that reminds me of? That little kid that couldn't say happiness.
Happiness in your soul?
No. He was
What did he say?
Happy penis. And his mom was like, happiness. He's like, happy penis. Happy penis.
Phonetically, it is correct.
Sebastian was talking about some French guy saying happiness in your household. Happiness in your soul.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, do we want to talk about personal hygiene?
I mean, we can talk about personal hygiene. I scroll down to mental health. We can talk about some mental health stuff too, but go off on the personal hygiene. You want to talk about the personal hygiene?
Well, the only thing I want to say about personal hygiene is I think that people need to floss their teeth more.
Yeah.
If you brush once a day, I mean, it's not like I'm a dentist or anything, but if you brush once a day, that's great. But I think you got to floss once a day too.
What about brush twice a day?
Brush twice a day, definitely.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I've been known to only brush once a day. Sometimes you forget in the morning, or at night, but you're tired.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think that flossing is one of those things that is underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I keep those little Captain Hook
Picks.
Axe picks. Yeah. I have a bag of those next to my bed, like, always. And like you said, I probably still don't floss enough, but like I said, I always have that. So whenever I'm like, oh shit, like it's like I get up in there and it's like, oh shit, they're bleeding. Like I should have, I gotta do this, more often. Like it's like when you forget and then it's like you get in there and then you're like, oh fuck yeah, I gotta be more mindful. Like
my dentist, like back in the day, like my dentist was like, they'd always bitch at me about not flossing. So I went all out. I flossed so much before, like between dentist appointments, and I went back, and then they were just like sticking metal hooks into my gums, still making me bleed. And I was like, okay, you guys, this is just Iraqi. You guys just like get off on just like making me bleed, because I'm not bleeding when I floss now. Like I'm like fucking crystal clear, but I don't know.
Well, the same thing happens to me. I mean, they still make me bleed.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just like I just really like flossing.
Yeah. I'm saying flossing
Makes me
makes your mouth feel different
Yeah,
too.
it does.
You're dipped in sauce.
Yeah, exactly.
And so much stuff gets caught between your teeth that you don't know.
Yeah.
It's like until you floss, you didn't even know like that shit. Like there's food spoiling in your mouth right now.
Exactly.
If you haven't flossed for like 2 weeks, there's flu
Oh my
dying
God, I
in your mouth right
can't
now.
imagine not flossing for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and but I'm saying, think about it. Think about how many people don't even have floss in their house. Like
Yeah,
them
that's-
flossing is going to a steakhouse and getting a toothpick.
Totally.
You know, like there's a lot of people just not flossing.
I think
you
they
know?
just don't know.
I think they do, but it's just like
You
why?
do?
Yeah, I think it's like why to them.
They just choose not to.
It's like why? It's like well, yeah, you can floss, or like oh yeah, I should, or I will, but they're not. Like I said, I think they
They're
know
not about that floss life.
Yeah, because also like just being raised in the 90s, like they like pushed it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like even Nelly pushed it.
He
like
did?
yeah.
Floss?
He said his dentist told him floss 7 days a week.
No
So,
way.
Yeah.
Is that a song?
Yes.
You mean be flossing?
No, he said
not like actually flossing.
Yeah. The song
It's a
was about his
metaphor.
teeth. Yeah, the song was about his teeth.
Okay.
I think it was a metaphor, right? Like it was like a double entendre, like
No,
dipped in
it wasn't.
sauce,
He
I
meant
floss.
he
Yeah.
Mac
meant
Dre
it-
like flossing too.
Oh yeah.
Boss Tycoon.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Mac Dre was flossing.
Okay, I have a question.
All right.
With this like personal hygiene thing, what are some things, because Alex, you mentioned like I keep floss next to my bed, and I do the same thing. Like I have a floss in my car and in this bag that I keep by my bed, and I bring so like I always have floss with me. What are some things that you guys do to make personal hygiene or like healthiness easier? Like convenience things, if anything. Was the floss the only one?
Bidet.
Bidet?
Yeah, bidet.
That's a good one.
I keep shea butter because I feel like a lot of people like there's been an argument on the internet, well, a discussion on the internet, between certain racial groups about
Ashiness.
washing yourself and the frequency with that you do such.
Okay.
And one of their arguments was like, oh yeah, if you wash yourself too often, you get dry skin, and it's like that's why you moisturize.
Totally.
So like I have like raw West African shea butter,
Nice.
like right next to my bed. So it's like anytime I take a shower, I get that on. And then recently I went and got a pedicure in Atlanta, and I was telling the guy like it seems to be like a thing in my family. Like we all have dry feet. I'm like, is there anything just happen? I'm just out there chilling. So I just happened to ask him, and he was like Vaseline, and I was like, how did I get so much away from my African American 80s 90s roots to forget about good old Vaseline?
Yeah, it's
and
good
ever
shit.
since I got back to petroleum jelly, my feet has been so much better. So like I said, I'll shea butter my body, and then I'll petroleum jelly my feet.
I love
and,
that.
So that smell's been Vaseline on your feet. I always thought it was you farting.
Vaseline
It
doesn't smell like
smell
farts.
like anything.
That was anyways.
Like I was saying, and then I put Ness culture socks
I was
on
gonna say,
after.
you put socks on after? Okay.
Ness culture socks on
Yeah,
after.
of
for sure.
course.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
most
You gotta lock
comfortable
it in.
sock to wear over Vaseline or unvaseline
It
feet.
feels really good when you put Vaseline.
It's, especially fresh out the shower, like it's like, oh my god, it's beautiful.
Okay, Spenny, for you?
What?
That was a good one. Okay, so you keep moisturizer in a very easily accessible routine place.
Yeah, because I want to keep my skin moisturized, and then also I have a facial routine. So I keep a cleanser in my shower.
Okay.
And because of our guests, shout out to our estheticians, our Esty besties that came on the show for beautifulness. Now I do a double cleanse. I do a pre-cleanse and a cleanse.
Huh.
Same cleanser, but I twice over, like you would shampoo and then shampoo your hair again.
Right.
Make sure you get it all out. She told me that I need to be doing that with my cleanser. And ever since I did that, it's like a crazy too. Like I started doing it because we had the episode. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try this. I feel like I had some results from it. I started using my astringent a little bit more often also. I go to, my daughter's in college and stuff, but we go to Mexico for my cousin's destination wedding. My daughter shows up. I see her at night and everything, but then we're all going somewhere the next day. She sees me during the day and she's like, have you been taking care of your skin? And I'm like,
sweet.
well, just a little bit, a little wash and cleanse, nothing. So it's like, subtle things like that. It's like I have a Neutrogena astringent that I use, and then I have a cleanser that I do like a pre-cleanse and a cleanse in the shower. Then I get out. I have my cotton balls. I do the astringent, and because I tend to have like oily skin, so I want to make sure I'm cleaning my pores. But then also I have a toner, but I haven't been using the toner as much lately.
Okay. I've
been using the astringent, and I've been seeing good results from it. So I'm sticking with what works, what I've seen works. But like I said, just making sure you're getting all that gunk out of your pores.
I love that.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
Hell yeah.
What about for you?
Stuff to make hygiene more convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like, what do you keep around?
That's kind of a hard question. I mean, okay.
You said bidet already.
I did say bidet already.
Yeah.
Which
is a very important one.
Yeah,
that's a highly important one. So,
for like when I'm on the road, because I'm on the road a lot, and you're on the road, you gotta go to the bathroom. Gas station bathrooms not always most reliable, so adult diaper is always the best because it's like even though it's a mess, it's like your own mess.
So you use Depends or Independence?
Independence.
Okay, independence.
Yeah,
yeah. You keep your independence.
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
And I really think they should. Like Larry David had this. It was this movie Clear History where he has this idea for putting a toilet seat in cars, so you can just like go and it just like dumps out on the road. And I think that would be like a great idea.
On the road is crazy.
Yeah, but because doing it before, it's like I want to be hygienic. I don't want to go in these nasty gas station bathrooms. So like it's like such a hassle to like clean your car out after you do it. But if you have the adult diaper, then it's just like okay, I just go wipe, we get home, use the bidet, wipe, make sure I get new diaper backups in the car.
Yeah. It makes sense to me.
You have a brilliant mind.
Yeah.
I'm just multiple steps ahead.
You really are.
Yeah.
Let's switch up to mental health on that note.
And in 2058, when everybody's doing it, they're going to act like Spinny wasn't the first.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
Although I was inspired by Larry David a little bit. Although I kind of had the diaper thing's my own. But so let's shift gears to mental health real quick while we're talking about my beautiful mind. How does stress impact overall health? And what are some ways to manage it? Or what are ways that you manage it?
I think stress is probably like one of the number one killer of humans. Like stress,
cortisol.
Yeah, stress really gets to it because like I've seen a lot of people stress, and then the stress causes more stress. So it's like a spiral. It's like a snowball. It's not even a spiral. It's a snowball.
Like it makes them do things that put them in situations that create more stress. Kind of thing.
Yeah. It's like they had this little stress, and then they just let it roll, and then it keeps building, and now they're stressed out, and now they're lashing out, and they're crashing out, and they're just titties out. It's just like everything's out, and things are happening but it stemmed from like this little stress that they didn't deal with.
Yeah, it's true.
And they let it build and get better, But me personally, the way I deal with stress is through a simple statement, and that statement is, I control what I can control. And if I can't control it, then I shouldn't allow it to stress me that much because I don't have any control over it. So I feel like more people need to worry about what they can actually control. Because I feel like too many people are like projecting their expectations onto something, and then when it doesn't happen, now they feel stressed about it. But it's like that wasn't your decision to make for that. You put your best effort forward. And then now you have to kind of like let it build and grow however it needs to build and grow. But if you like plant a tree and you're like, yeah, in April I'm going to have oranges. And then it comes and it's like, it's still a seedling. Now it's like, oh man, I didn't fucking do it right. And like, now you're like spazzing out. And it's like, no.
Start overwatering it and shit.
Yeah, it's like now you're fucking it up. Like just let it grow. Like it's going to take time. It's going to take some years for that. But if you calm down and really understand what you're doing and do it the right way, eventually it's going to work out for you. But when you're trying to overdo it and press it and like, oh no, but I heard if I put sugar in the water and water it, it'll be fat. And it's like, okay. And then when it doesn't happen, what? It's like, just do what you know you're supposed to do. Do what you know how to do and let the rest of it kind of figure itself out.
Yeah. Too many people looking for the quick fix.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That microwave effect, man. It's like microwaves fucked up people's thoughts. It's
the McDonald's.
Hold on. I have a conspiracy theory. Are microwaves like mind controlling devices, and they made people think that life is quicker than it is, and now they can manipulate us by making us wait for shit?
Yep.
Probably.
100%.
I believe it.
It was a government. It was a army device.
When did the microwave come out? It came out right around the Roswell UFO crash, didn't it? Radiation, UFOs, telepathic aliens.
Yeah, I'm just saying. They're working on us, and there's one in every kitchen. I mean, every house, man.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there we go.
Georgia, what do you think about stress?
Well, stress for me personally will throw off my habits, and that's how I end up making lesser and less great decisions. So specifically around mental health, like if I'm not doing my routines, then that makes me even more stressed or maybe frustrated with myself, like feeling like I can't, get to what I want to get to. And I wish I had a cool saying like Alex does. I think that's...
I'm just a rapper.
Yeah, so words. He's a lyricist.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. But I guess I just try to come back to, what the habits. That's all you can do. Maybe I can only do 3 out of 6, in one day, but at least I've done some of them.
Yeah, the progress.
Yeah, exactly. And then just kind of going with the flow. And I guess knowing that, sometimes life is more stressful and sometimes it's more fun, and I've learned over time, like when I'm feeling really good, I try to stay in that moment, but I also know if I'm feeling really good, that means a bad day is probably around the corner. Maybe
that's crazy, right? That happens to me too. It's like things are too nice right now.
Yeah.
What the fuck's coming?
But then in the same vein, I don't know if this is also for you. If I'm feeling really bad, I'm like, oh, if I'm feeling really bad, that means something good is on the way.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's just a wave
Yeah,
that's going to go up and down.
Life has those peaks and valleys, And I feel like some people like get stuck in those valleys too often,
Well, it's like when you're in the valley is all you can see. But if you realize that you're actually on a wave and you're just on the flip side of the wave, you just have to,
Yeah.
Ride the wave.
Ride the wave.
And me, like I said, I feel like I'm trying to get out of it a little bit. But I've always just never let my highs be too high.
Yeah.
And so like my wave is like this.
Yeah.
It's not like, but so I've always tried to just be kind of like chill about everything. It's like amazing things can happen. And I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm happy that happened.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like that.
I've gotten more like that over the years.
Me too.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm trying to get out of it a little bit just to be like no, like you did something amazing.
Have
like
a little fun.
Yeah, like enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well,
we're all working.
When Kendrick put the scraper bikes in the Squabble Life video, I was so hyped. I got so drunk, and then like smoked hella weed, and then was just like vomiting in these people's house. And it was like the first time I met them, first time staying in their house. Was so embarrassing. So it was like this like amazing like it was like feeling like, oh, this is fucking amazing. Let's go. Like, I don't know.
The peak and valleys,
Valley,
bro.
yeah.
The peak and valleys, bro. You can make it to the apex, but you might fall off.
Yep. Hey, if you make it to the apex, you're still a legend.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. Apex predators. Man.
Yep. Look out.
And then just celebrate, if you have a good week, like, that's amazing. If you have a good month,
wow.
Yeah.
You have a good year, don't talk to me.
Hey,
I'm just kidding.
And I'm working on having a good year. Like
Yeah.
I'm really sticking to my trading regimen, and like I said, it's not blowing socks off, but it's consistently growing and it's doing well. Like just doing my trade regimen, losing trades when I lose them, winning when I win them. Yeah. I'm up like 43% in the first quarter.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But like I said, it doesn't feel amazing to me because I want more. But then like I said, in one, if that was like my year,
yeah,
that's a good year to have 43% of your money increased.
That's a great return.
Yeah. But like I said, also I understand that I'm trading, so it's only a smaller part of my portfolio that I'm trading.
Right.
So the actual dollar amount is not crazy.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes me feel somewhere. It's like, oh man, I need to put more money in, but it's like also I still need to be like disciplined in the growth of what I'm allowing it to do. I need to kind of grow naturally, and then I'll kind of build on the natural growth of it and scale up that way instead of like trying to force it and then maybe getting emotional about it, because now it's like, oh, I was making, $500 in a trade, and then I, a loss came, and this loss was $2,000, and it's like, oh shit, I lost it. But like, so I wanted to kind of grow naturally, so then I have a better thought process, because I feel like I'll have a better thought process if I let the money just grow itself, and then when I scale up, those losses don't seem the same because it was actually a lot less money when I started. So it's like, even if I have a big loss, I should still be up from what I've
100%.
Accumulated.
Yeah.
What we really need is a trade war. Anyways, getting
exactly. Yeah.
on the healthiness next week. But
We're having Uncle Donnie on.
oh god. What role does sleep play in maintaining healthiness?
Everything.
Recently, I just purchased. Damn, I double popped.
Yeah,
Good.
you make it pop, Alex.
Yeah. I did it as a rapper. I guess I'll do it as a podcaster. I recently just purchased a new mattress.
Was it purple?
Oh no. I've never even got on a purple, but
Oh my God,
it's
nice.
I got a new mattress. It's because my old mattress was like an old mattress. Like that mattress could have been like my daughter's age, and she's in college. Like I have no idea how old that mattress is.
No bueno.
But I started sleeping on it. Well, I've been sleeping on it, but recently it started like messing up my shoulder, because I'm a everywhere sleeper. I'll fall asleep on my back, wake up on my stomach. I'll be on my shoulder on each side of my side, at any given time during the night. So, like, there's no telling where my body has been. But I'll wake up and my shoulder will be hurting.
Oh.
So I recently purchased a new mattress because of that, and it's been amazing. I've been getting way better sleep. It's just so much more comfortable. Like, I'm loving it. You know. So I feel like I didn't really monitor it really well, but I do feel like I'm a little more coherent during the day, especially waking up. Like my wake ups are a lot smoother because I wake up at like 5:30 in the morning to look at the stock market. So and then a lot of times I go to sleep at like 12, but I've been waking up easier since I got the new bed. I will say that's one thing I have noticed. I was like, I let those alarms go off, and then like previously it's like, oh fuck, it's like, man, all right, get up. But recently it's just like the alarm goes off. It's like, oh, okay, well let me check and see where it's at. Let's see what it's doing. Yeah, and it's not like I'm like getting all the way up, but it's like I'll at least like okay, check parameters, look at the charts, and all right, now let me fully get up. But it's like it's a simpler process, and I think I'm probably not waking up as much as I was when I was having discomfort. I probably was like not having real REM sleep when I was sleeping on that other mattress, and now I'm like, when I'm out, I'm out. And then so it's like I'm getting good sleep. So then when it's time to wake up, it's just like, oh yeah, you kind of you rested enough. You used to be a rapper, so you used to be out all night. So that was actually a good nap for us. So like I said, I've been enjoying having a better mattress, and I think if you're thinking about it and waiting on it, get a new mattress. I got a hybrid medium mattress. Got me a mattress protector to put on it. And, oh my God, like I said, I feel so much better.
It's so nice to have a new mattress.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's definitely important. Yeah, for your back, for your neck, your back, your pussy, your crack, whatever you need. The mattress will
Hey,
do you right.
look up how often you should change your mattress. I'm curious to what God has to say about it.
All right, let's see. How often should you get a new mattress?
Yeah.
I don't know about a new mattress, but I think you're supposed to rotate your mattress like every couple months.
Oh yeah, you are. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, look that up too. Let's see.
It says every 7 to 10 years.
7 to 10 years. Okay, so
Yeah.
what about the rotate? Yeah, I need these answers. Like I said, I've never done any of this shit.
It's important stuff.
Yeah. How often should you rotate your mattress? Every 3 to 6 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 3 to 6 months.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll do that. That's cool.
Just so it doesn't get like too Yeah, it's like because most of the weight's on one part, so
Yeah.
it's to kind of even it out. It's like getting your tires rotating.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and I
Okay.
think some
That makes sense.
mattresses that have the same top and the bottom, I think you can also flip them over.
Yeah,
not
but
just
I don't know if they're
around.
making them like that as much.
Yeah, it just
anymore.
depends on what kind it is.
Because like the older mattresses use better. Like you can flip the whole mattress
Exactly.
over, but like mine's, it's only like you said, it's a top. So
Now they have top.
Yeah,
but then
mine's
my
the
friend
same way,
told me
it's one side.
me to rotate it.
Yeah.
So and shout out to Alicia for helping me get this mattress.
Alicia.
Like thank you so much. My sleep has been so much better. Like yeah. So and now I know, like I said, I got the mattress like 3 weeks ago or something like that.
Yeah, that's
so
awesome.
so
You're still just breaking it in.
yeah. So but now I know somewhere during the summer rotate it.
Yeah,
Summerish rotate it. Why not?
exactly.
Because I'm a healthy man. And,
I think I
don't
should
wanna-
rotate mine
don't
because I just got a new one about 3 months ago.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna do it probably like every 4 months, like 3 times a year. I'll rotate.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. That's information to know. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get a new mattress. Rotate it.
Okay. How can mindfulness practices improve both mental and physical health? I think we've touched on this a
Why the
little
fuck
bit.
did you read that shit like you were me? That's how I read.
How can
I expect more out of you.
Mindfulness.
You read so much better than
I was
that.
reading it like William Shatner.
I'm disappointed in you. You read that shit like me. I'd be like, how can I'm like, hold on, mindfulness practices improve?
You're a Star Trek fan as well. It's cool.
Shut the fuck up. Actually, I did. Generation, what was it?
Next Generation.
Next Generation.
Yeah,
I watched that shit.
I'm trying to rewatch all. That's the best one, hands
You
down.
know,
in my opinion.
you know what I've been watching? Well, not been watching, but what I just started back watching?
What?
Always Sunny.
Oh, love Always Sunny.
Yeah.
It- Yeah, you've only seen like 2 episodes.
Did you
Yeah,
say
but
eh?
that's because it's I
What?
just don't think it's that funny.
So funny.
It's so hilarious.
It's just kind
It's
of
only
like,
a 30-minute show. It's like 22 minutes of just pure, like, what?
Absolute
yeah,
degeneracy
exactly. It's
and
completely
insanity.
degenerate. And
Yeah.
not very funny.
George is very like
I have kind of
highbrow.
highbrow.
Yeah.
She's refined.
I have
Yeah.
highbrow taste in TV.
yeah.
If
Like,
I say so
give
to
me
myself.
one show.
that I really like.
No, highbrow. I'm curious. What's considered highbrow?
Well, I like a lot of sci-fi and like high action, strong female lead.
Oh yeah, you
Like
lost me.
Alien?
So next
Yeah,
next
I did
question
like
was
Alien.
Alien.
I don't know.
I don't know if
find
I've
it's
ever
always-
seen Alien, or if I haven't seen it since like the 90s.
It's
I mean, they've all
always-
got Sigourney Weaver, strong female.
Sorry, It's Always Sunny is a little like derogatory towards women.
Not really.
No.
They're all idiots. That's the whole thing. Like that, they're being like, and they're all mean to Dee. She's also an idiot though, but they're like,
But also, did you know Dee is married to Mac?
Yeah, and she's like a writer on the show too. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, girl,
Yes.
what are you doing?
because they write themselves as
because she's
idiotic, deplorable
no,
people.
She's a feminist, and she could be whatever she wants.
Yeah.
And if she wants to be an idiot on the show, she could be an idiot on the show.
She totally
okay?
can, and she has plenty of people to watch it, just not me.
Yeah.
That's part of my mindfulness, part of my
No,
healthiness.
you need to support her. You said she's a writer on the show. You need to support her writing.
I know, but it's just there's so many different paths that you can take. That's just not. I don't know. It's just not for me.
Oh my goodness.
She doesn't
I
like
think-
watching a bunch of guys hang out and get drunk at a degenerate Irish bar in
and talk
Philadelphia and do
shit about.
retarded shit.
Yeah, and be mean to the girl.
I don't know. Well, watch the
He's
full,
a bird.
Watch the full second or third season, and then tell me if you don't like. Oh, what's the other one? Shameless.
I've
You
never
know-
seen that. My
haven't
dad
seen
loved that.
Shameless was pretty good until
Yeah.
the end. The end, like the last season or two, was kind of like.
Yeah, my
eh.
dad really liked it. He said
But-
that's
but-
another super degenerate one, right?
Yeah. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice. I liked it.
Oh, Higgy, you farted.
Oh,
It stinks.
you got farts in the building.
That's a bad one. It
Um,
smells like broccoli.
Okay. Well, at least it's healthy.
Ugh.
His legs are like, like
Butt
he's
is,
he,
like,
he's
literally
blasted
pointing
you.
right at
I don't smell it, so I'm gonna.
me. So bad.
Yeah.
I'm weaving it towards Alex.
No, it's the wind. No, the wind
Alex,
drift.
send me some oxygen back.
You gotta fit for yourself. I'm holding my breath.
Okay. How do social connections influence a person's health?
Aw, well, skin to skin contact is the best.
I concur.
Oxytocin and I don't know, all that other good stuff.
Yeah,
They're
oxycontin
really-
and all that shit.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know,
Whoa.
it releases everything.
Yeah, skin to skin contact. I mean, that's like intimate relationships. But
Yeah, but what about social? Like just general social?
It's an intimate relationship, not a social relationship.
Yeah,
I feel like
it is.
I feel like that's like a main social relationship.
Yeah.
'Cause
Romantic.
It's like the biggest
yeah,
one.
yeah, that's the biggest one. Like that's the one you're around the most. You're interacting with the
I mean,
most.
I don't usually have skin to skin contact with my besties.
Oh, you're not doing it right.
Yeah, you need better besties. What the fuck?
Talk to me
One
and Alex
time in
about it.
Reno.
It's one time back in Reno.
Reno.
What happens in Reno stays
Is
in
it Reno?
right?
Hey, man, yeah.
Besties ever since.
The biggest
The
little
biggest
city.
little, yeah, the biggest and the littlest. Take it all.
No, I think it can go either way. I think as long as they're healthy social connections, like you gotta have
Right.
some, but like they gotta be healthy. Like it's very easy to have like super unhealthy social connections. So
Yeah.
I feel like,
Just to like not be lonely.
yeah, if you're just like going out to socialize just for the sake of socializing, we kind of talked about that a lot on loneliness episode. Like it's just like you can dig yourself into a deeper hole, like hanging out with the wrong crowd that's like not right for you.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to know. It's like you really have to have your priorities in order, and you know, it's like especially when you're younger. I feel like I'm always sort of growing out of things that I used to do or used to find acceptable because I didn't really know what felt acceptable and what didn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and only as I age, I'm like, that doesn't really work for me.
Yeah,
But I feel like that takes time to develop
yeah,
awareness of, you know, what actually makes you feel good versus what, I don't know, everybody else is doing and what you
Yeah.
think. Like, yeah.
absolutely. What are some small daily habits that can have a big impact on well-being?
Flossing your teeth for me.
Rubbing one out for me.
Okay. Going in, soaking in water.
Ooh, that's good.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
I really like that one. Taking a walk.
Texting while you're on a podcast.
Yeah, texting while you're on a podcast. Drinking water.
Uh-huh.
Room temperature water is really nice, or even warm water. That's how I
Yeah.
start my day.
Yeah,
every
yeah,
day.
that's
Warm
what I was
water.
saying. Yeah.
Pretending you were participating in the conversation.
Gaslighting your fellow co-star.
Your fellow co-host. I totally agree. That was so insightful. You guys are amazing.
Maintaining social decorum.
Yes. No, really. What was the question?
What are some small daily habits that can have a big impact on well-being?
Consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency, hands down. Like having a plan, starting a plan, having a plan, and then just consistency with that plan. I feel like a lot of people just miss that. It's like, you know, because I had to catch myself with that, even with, you know, me doing stock trading and stuff. It's like, I'll do all of this research, all of this, you know, deep diving and testing and all this stuff to make a plan. And then I'll get in the plan and then I'll start trying to adjust it and change it and not listen to it. And, maybe I could do something different this time and it'll work. And maybe it'll work that time, but then later on it'll bite me in the butt. And it's like, if you spent time creating a plan that you thought was a good plan, you listened to your friends' ideas and you did some research on YouTube and you read a book and you asked somebody you care about and somebody you want to be like, and then you came up with this plan. Like, at least give the plan the time to develop. You know, it's like you did all of this time and energy into putting into it. It's like, give it time. Don't try to keep pivoting and you just started the plan. It's like, you know, let it run its course. So I think consistency is planning first and then staying consistent to what you plan to do, you know, and you know, having those milestones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and love yourself.
Man,
Rub one out 1 to 4 times daily.
that sounds like a addiction.
Love yourself. No.
Addiction, yeah.
Yeah.
Addiction, yeah.
Well, Georgia, it's been great having you here talking about healthiness.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
having
you were
me.
very insightful. Like I learned some things from you. Thank you.
Gonna be some good insightful clips on this one.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored to be with you,
Oh man.
D-Gens.
Oh man, thank you. We appreciate you. You know, sitting through us because we're not highbrow. You know, so we appreciate you.
Very
coming
low.
through.
Sometimes we're high, but we mostly are low. Yeah. Alex, any final things to say for the people out there?
Yeah. This was a beautiful episode. We feel like we needed to do this one. You know, it's like the times that we are in. You know, a lot of people worrying about how much things cost, but they also need to worry about, you know, their healthiness. You know, mental healthiness, spiritual healthiness. You know, physical healthiness, because with everything being so uncertain with, our leadership right now, I think honing in and really paying attention to your healthiness is the perfect way to choose happiness. Because we're all out here, regardless of what's going on in the world, we want to find our own happiness. And it's so much easier to find your happiness when you found your healthiness. You have those healthy relationships. You have a healthy understanding of your emotional intelligence. You have a physical health. You're able to walk and run and do things because you're taking care of your physical health. It's so much easier to be happy when you have all of those healthy habits already in place. Because building up healthy habits can just produce happiness. So from the glorious and beautiful Georgia, what's this guy's name?
Spenny.
The one and only.
One and only.
Alex is great in Ness culture. I want to tell you to find your healthiness and choose your happiness.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, folks. That was a great episode. I hope you learned something or felt inspired by it.
Yeah, tell me a comment.
We will see you on the next... Yeah, comment if you anything you like, dislike. Let us know.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time on What's Your Ness. No, I'm not healthy. Let's go to some McDonald's, bro. Fuck that healthy bullshit.
Nah. I'm just saying, it's like, how healthy can you be when you have unprotected sex?
Yeah.
It's like, I was like, fuck the health shit. Like, I'm already raw dogging.
Yeah.
It's like,
Raw
fuck
dog
health.
life. Oh, fuck, I'm still recording.
Bro, nobody needs to know that.
Bye.